Welcome to White Star Horrors Studio. Tonight we have two scary tales for your listening pleasure. Dollmaker's Descent. Malevolent Mirage. Original untold stories by William and read by Maxwell. The Dollmaker's Descent. In the quiet town of Brierley, shrouded in a perpetual fog, an old mansion stood on the outskirts, its facade hidden behind overgrown vines and a veil of mystery. The locals spoke in hushed tones about the Dollmakers, a reclusive family known for their unsettling craftsmanship. Legends whispered that the dolls created by the Dollmakers held a sinister secret, each one infused with the essence of a tormented soul. As the town settled into the ominous embrace of twilight, a group of curious teenagers, led by the intrepid Emily, decided to explore the decaying mansion. Armed with flashlights and fueled by the thrill of the unknown, they ventured into the heart of Brierley's haunted legends. The mansion's grand entrance creaked open, revealing a dimly lit foyer adorned with dust-covered furniture and faded tapestries. The air within carried the scent of age and decay, and the silence seemed to echo with the weight of untold secrets. As the group ascended a creaking staircase, the air grew colder. The oppressive stillness was broken only by the distant sounds of the town, muffled by the thick walls of the mansion. They reached a hallway lined with ornate doors, each one concealing the remnants of a forgotten era. Room after room revealed the Dollmakers' artistry, a chilling collection of dolls with glassy eyes and porcelain smiles. The dolls, eerily lifelike, sat in frozen poses, their silent gazes following the intruders as if aware of their trespass. In the heart of the mansion, the group discovered a room draped in heavy curtains, the Dollmakers' workshop. Wooden limbs, cracked porcelain faces, and discarded eyes lay scattered across workbenches. Unfinished dolls, frozen in mid-creation, seemed to beckon for completion. Emily, drawn to a partially constructed doll on the main workbench, picked it up with a sense of morbid curiosity. The doll's face, though incomplete, bore a haunting resemblance to Emily herself. The realization sent a chill down her spine, but the group dismissed it as a coincidence, a trick of the dim light and their overactive imaginations. As they continued exploring, the atmosphere grew more oppressive. Shadows danced on the walls, and whispers echoed through the mansion's corridors. Emily, haunted by an unshakable feeling of being watched, suggested they leave. Yet, an unseen force seemed to pull them deeper into the mansion's secrets. In a hidden chamber, concealed behind a tapestry, the group stumbled upon a room bathed in an otherworldly glow. The air hummed with a spectral energy, and the dolls within seemed to come alive, their eyes gleaming with an ethereal light. A voice, spectral and melodic, echoed through the chamber. "Welcome, trespassers, to the Dollmaker's Descent. Here, the line between the living and the crafted blurs, and the souls entwined within these dolls yearn for release." The room's occupants, paralyzed by a mixture of awe and fear, witnessed the dolls rising from their places. Wooden limbs moved with an otherworldly grace, and porcelain eyes held an ancient sadness. The Dollmakers' workshop, now a realm of animated nightmares, unfolded its dark secrets. The voice spoke of a curse, an ancient pact made by the Dollmakers to capture fleeting moments of life within their creations. The dolls, once inanimate, became vessels for the souls of the departed, forever bound to the whims of their creators. Emily, her face pale, realized the doll she had held earlier was not a mere coincidence. It was a reflection of her essence, an unintended consequence of the Dollmakers' cursed artistry. As the truth unfolded, the dolls closed in, their glassy eyes fixated on the intruders. A ghostly figure emerged from the shadows, the matriarch of the Dollmakers, her presence commanding the room. She spoke of regret and the burden of the cursed art passed through generations. The dolls, animated by restless souls, sought release from their porcelain prisons. The group, caught in the Dollmakers' Descent, faced a choice: to embrace the curse and join the ranks of the animated, or to find a way to break the ancient pact. The matriarch, burdened by guilt, revealed that the only path to salvation required a sacrifice, one willing to sever the link between the living and the crafted. As the dolls closed in, Their silent pleas echoed through the chamber. Emily, touched by a newfound empathy, volunteered to break the curse. The matriarch handed her an ancient dagger, its blade glinting with an ethereal light. In a somber ceremony, Emily plunged the dagger into the heart of the doll that bore her likeness. The room quivered as the curse unraveled, the dolls freezing in their final poses. The matriarch, her eyes filled with gratitude, whispered words of release as the animated realm faded into the shadows. The group found themselves back in the abandoned mansion, the dolls now lifeless remnants of their former selves. The oppressive atmosphere lifted, and Brierley's haunted legends seemed to lose their malevolent grip on the old mansion. As dawn approached, the group left the mansion, the weight of the Dollmaker's descent etched into their memories. The once cursed dolls, now silent witnesses to the unraveling of an ancient pact, remained frozen in their final poses. Brierley, forever changed by the encounter, carried the echoes of the Dollmaker's descent in its fog-laden streets. The legend of the haunted mansion became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the thin line between creation and curse, and the consequences of tampering with the boundaries that separate the living from the crafted. Malevolent mirage. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the desolate desert. Amelia, an adventurous photographer with a penchant for the mysterious, found herself drawn to the legend of the malevolent mirage, a phenomenon said to occur only once every decade, revealing a nightmarish world beyond the shimmering sands. Armed with her camera and fueled by a curiosity that bordered on obsession, Amelia ventured into the heart of the arid wasteland. The heat was oppressive, and the air seemed to shimmer with a deceptive mirage that danced on the edges of her vision. The legends spoke of a gateway to the other side, a realm where nightmares took tangible form. As the night fell, the temperature plummeted, and the distant dunes began to play tricks on Amelia's mind. Whispers carried on the wind, urging her forward, deeper into the desolation. She pressed on, guided by an invisible force that seemed to beckon her towards the malevolent mirage. The moon cast an eerie glow over the landscape as Amelia reached the epicenter of the phenomenon. The air grew thick with an unnatural stillness, and the mirage intensified, warping reality before her eyes. Shapes twisted and contorted, morphing into grotesque figures that seemed to writhe beneath the surface of the sand. A bone-chilling howl echoed through the night, and the ground trembled beneath her feet. The malevolent mirage was awakening. Amelia, undeterred by the mounting fear that gripped her, raised her camera to capture the otherworldly spectacle. As she peered through the lens, the mirage revealed its malevolent secrets. Nightmarish creatures, half buried in the sand, clawed their way into existence. Shadows with glowing eyes slithered across the dunes, hungry for the warmth of the living. The photographer's breath caught in her throat as the malevolent entities turned their attention toward her. The desert seemed to pulse with a sinister energy, and the boundary between nightmare and reality blurred. Amelia stumbled backward, realizing that the malevolent mirage was not a mere illusion but a portal to a realm where horrors walked the earth. Desperation set in as she tried to retreat, but the shifting sands betrayed her every step. The mirage encroached upon her, distorting the very fabric of reality. The whispers grew louder, now a cacophony of anguished voices that reverberated in her mind. In a moment of terror, Amelia found herself standing on the precipice of two worlds, the one she knew and the malevolent realm beyond the mirage. Shadows coalesced into twisted forms, reaching out with ethereal hands that threatened to drag her into the abyss. With a final surge of determination, Amelia fought against the pull of the malevolent forces. She tore her gaze away from the nightmarish apparitions and sprinted back through the shifting sands. The whispers turned into guttural roars, and the very air seemed to resist her escape. As she broke free from the malevolent mirage's grasp, the desert returned to a deceptive calm. The nightmarish entities vanished back into the sands, leaving only the fading echoes of their malevolent presence. Amelia, disheveled and breathless, stood on the outskirts of the haunted desert, her camera clutched tightly in her trembling hands. The photographer knew she had glimpsed a realm beyond comprehension, a malevolent mirage that defied the laws of nature. The images captured on her camera were a testament to the horrors that lurked just beyond the veil of reality. Haunted by the experience, Amelia hesitated to share her photographs with the world. The malevolent mirage had left an indelible mark on her soul, a chilling reminder that some mysteries were better left unexplored. As she gazed back at the desolate desert, she wondered if the malevolent forces still lingered, waiting for the next unsuspecting soul to stumble upon the gateway to nightmares. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Please stay tuned for new episodes of White Star Horror Stories, presented Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 7 p.m.